Welcome to Wide Awoke with Wally Wonder. I'm your host, Wally Wonder. Um, Definitely where I live right now, we're experiencing epic snowfall. If you can look, you can see that I'm standing in some pretty deep snow, but it's okay. I'm layered up. I'll be fine. I live here. We expect this type of thing up here, way up in the mountains. Anyway, this video is going to be about positive thinking. A lot of people may watch a movie like The Secret, movies of that nature, and they may say, okay, well, I watched the movie The Secret. It kind of told me to just start thinking positive, start thinking different, and better things are going to happen. My life's going to change. Everything's going to improve. They watch the movie. All of a sudden, things don't improve. They go back to thinking negative. That movie doesn't really get into depth. Yeah, the whole concept of positive thinking is to think positive, is to think, okay, well, good things are going to come, or whatever those things are. But there's a lot more to it. Your brain is like a muscle, and you have to work on it. So you can't just instantly become like a super positive thinker. You have to actually work on it. You have to learn how to identify negative thoughts and things like that to come into your head. A lot of times people get so used to negative thinking, they think like, oh, well, I want a better job. And you might go apply for one job and you don't get that other job, and then you just start thinking negative all over again, like, well, see, I'm kind of meant to be stuck in this life, or I want a better relationship. And you strive for that better relationship with, whether it's love, life, friendship, or whatever. You strive for that better relationship, and then it doesn't happen right away. You start thinking, oh, well, that kind of sucks. Well, positive thinking is a muscle, and you have to totally learn to always focus on, whatever that goal is that you want. If you want that better job, you have to think about it. I'm going to get that better job. I'm going to get it. And you're going to be faced with negativity. That's part of it. There's negative out there, and it's part of it. So when you have to learn to stop thinking negative. So you say, I'm going to get a better job, and you go apply for a different job, and you don't get that job. Say, it's okay. That wasn't the one for me. I'm still gonna get that better job. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go do it. You have to just train yourself to always constantly think that way, and then you might start to see the results of your positive thinking. But like I said, it's like a muscle, so you have to recognize negative thoughts. If you say, "Oh, I'm gonna get a better job," and you start focusing on the economy and things like that, and yeah, I know I go into detail about how, but this. You start focusing on the negative, then it's what's gonna stand out for you. So if you're saying, I want this job for these reasons, focus on those reasons. Maybe the economy will change. Maybe we're going to see some drastic changes in America. But think about the reason why you want the job in the first place. Think about the things that you want out of life, because you still may be able to experience those. However, you have to be open by thinking positive to the good things. You may be passing up good opportunities every single day because you're thinking they're not for me. But as soon as you open your mind to this is for me, this is mine, I'm going to go get it, you'll be amazed. Things start falling into your lap. You'll say, hey, that's right on pace where I'm trying to go. And that's awesome. All of a sudden somebody comes and talks to you and you're like, hey, you're just the person I needed to meet because I'm trying to go here and here and there, and you're the person that can help me. So as soon as you get to that point of training yourself to look for those opportunities, you'll start noticing them. Another thing is you got to get away from negative people. I have no problem cutting people out of my life. I don't care, old friends, whatever, family members, whatever. If I have a goal, then I'm only going to want to hear my goal. A lot of people will try to tell you, oh, you can't do it, or I'm just trying to stop you from hurt, or I'm just trying to keep you realistic. No, they're not. They're trying to hold you down. They don't know what you're capable of. Nobody knows what you're capable of but you, and you don't even know until you get out there and try. So a lot of friends and family members, they'll try to tell you, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this. I don't care. If I said that I'm going to jump off the Empire State Building and fly, I don't want to hear anybody else tell me different. Okay, now if I was high on PCP and on LSD or something like that, then yeah, maybe try to talk me out of it. But if I say this is my goal, I'm going to get up there, I'm going to fly off the Empire State Building, and maybe I'll do something smart like build me some wings. I won't make them out of wax. I don't want to end up like Icarus. But you know what I'm saying? Build me some wings, jump off the Empire State Building, and go soar. Now if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's what I want to do. You can't just listen to people tell you you can't do it. Yeah, I have a couple of projects, a couple of goals, a couple of things I'm working on right now. And you know what? I don't talk to people. So first of all, I don't go talking to everybody about it because everybody's going to have something to say, something negative to say. I only talk to positive people who are working on goals themselves, who are working on their own shit. And those are the people that are going to tell me positive things, whether it's you get out there and do it, or they might give me a little advice like, hey, if you use this program, it might help you, or if you take that step, it might help you. Okay, thanks a lot. That's what positive people tell you. Negative people will tell you, oh, I can't do it, because that negative person may be stuck at a dead-end job for like 20 years. You see somebody that's stuck at a dead-end job for like 20 years, and you're telling this person you got a new idea and it's the best thing since sliced bread. They're not going to believe you, and maybe they don't want to believe you. They don't want to be reminded that they're stuck. They want everybody else to be stuck, and they want to say these are just the circumstances of life. And this is important to how the elite control us as a country, because a lot of people, you'll try to talk to them about what's going on, how they're brainwashing us, how we're being controlled by the media, how our money ain't shit, how there's a bunch of crooks in charge of the country, and people will say, oh, well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. You can vote for the black or the white, or you can the lesser of two evils, and it's always just gonna be that way. It's always been that way. Fuck that shit. And that's the kind of thinking they use to control us. People, and I don't know what you can do about it. I mean, you can get on the internet and scream like me. You can at least train yourself. I'm not saying go become a super militant and join a militia and go try to attack the government and shit like that. I'm not suggesting you do that shit. All I'm saying is there's things that you can do about it. If anything, open your own mind. Open your own mind, and the more you open your mind, you can open other people's minds, and maybe we can start opening some minds, and maybe we can start curbing the shit that's going on. But as long as people are saying, oh, well, that's just my circumstance, that's just who I am, I was born here, oh, I'm just you know what I mean? You have to start believing in yourself. We have to start believing in ourselves. And the more we do that, the more power you have as a human being, the more power you have as an individual. I'm standing here in the cold. A lot of people say, you're standing here in the cold, you're buried in snow, you're going to get sick. I always tell myself, year after year after year after year, I never get sick. I never get sick. And that's what I say. And you know what? I never get sick. I ain't worried about fucking cold because I never get sick. You know what I'm saying? I believe that shit. And, and we have power. If anything, power over our own mind and over our own bodies. There's definitely scientific proof that your mood and your attitude affects your immune system. So if my attitude is high, I ain't gonna get sick. Somebody else may be indoors all freaking winter trying to hide from the cold, and they get sick. First of all, cold don't make you sick anyway. It's germs, okay? Cold kills most germs. It really does. Most germs get killed by the cold. So wash your fucking hands when you're in public and things like that. But you know what I mean? Cold kills most germs. Maybe it might lower your... I don't know why more people get sick in the cold. Maybe because people are sniffing in like this and wiping their hands and touching shit, and then somebody else touches it, and so the germs are getting spread. Wash your fucking hands. That's all I can say. Cold does not make you sick. Germs make you sick. And cold kills most germs. Yes, you can freeze to death, but I'm not going to stand here long enough to freeze to death. But anyway, back to the thing, like I said, you just got to think positive. You got to believe in the positivity. You can sit there and you can look on Facebook, and people are always just posting negative. Oh, look what they're doing to us. Oh, look what the Republicans are doing to the minorities, and look what the liberals are doing to the country. And you know what? Fuck them both. They're all on the same fucking side. The more we start realizing that we're not victims, that we're fucking human beings with power, that we have the power to fucking do some shit, we can change some shit, the more we start realizing that as a country, the better we'll be. The more we start educating ourselves. Whether you fucking take it to YouTube, you start reading some books, you start learning some history, the more we educate ourselves, the better we're gonna be. A lot of this shit that we get taught, a lot of history that we get taught, a lot of things people take for granted, it ain't fucking true. It's fucking tainted history. And so you have to learn the true history. That way you learn what they know. Just like they know that the power of thinking, the power of the mind, the power of the ability to your mind to guide you in the right places. So maybe you won't believe, oh, there's some magical, mystical force in the universe that'll get me to what I want if I start thinking positive. Maybe there's not. But if you're thinking positive about what you want, I mean, you're going to open up your eyes to those opportunities. So whether it's some magical force in the universe or whether you're just mind fucking yourself and looking for the good things out of life, it does not hurt. You know, a lot of people are full of negativity, full of anxiety, full of pain, full of anger, and they're using that shit to hold us down. They're using that shit to keep us apart. They're using that shit to keep you in the house, on the TV, watching other people live their motherfucking life while they fucking take control of everything. And then when they pull the goddamn rug, what the fuck are we gonna do? So the more we're out there, we're living our lives, the more we're not just being mind manipulated and told how to think by them, the more we take control of our lives as human beings, the better we're gonna be as a nation, as a planet. But as long as we just sit there and say, well, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of my bad job. I'm a victim of my bad relationship. I'm a victim of my shitty ass friends. You don't have to stand for any of that shit. You know, you only get one life to live. You know what I'm saying? Carpe diem, YOLO, however the fuck you want to say it. You know, you got to go out there and live. You know, and Drake may make you, you know, people listen to a Drake song saying, YOLO, that means I'm going to drink a bottle of vodka and go fuck a stranger. That's not necessarily what it means. It means, you know, it could mean that if that's what the fuck you want. But, you know, it definitely, it means get out there. Live your life to the fullest. Enjoy your life. Man, you know, like I said, you know, I'm standing here, and it's a freaking snowstorm. You know what I mean? I'm buried in snow. I'm doing this because I'm alive. I feel alive. My heart's beating. I feel good. I got endorphins pumping. I'm going to have a great day at work, you know? Because I'm out here doing this for me. And then I'm doing it for you, you know, anybody that's watching. You know, I'm not saying go stand in the snow, but go take a walk, go to the gym, go exercise, take up a hobby, do whatever. And if you got a dream, work on it. If you want a business, work on it. If you want to do something on your own, work on it. You know, fact is, being an entrepreneur is the best way to make money in this country. So if you want to start your own business, go start it. And don't listen to those idiots who tell you can't start it. Tell them they will be working for you one day. And believe that shit and get out there and go do it. Go live your life. Don't listen to the negative demons that are out there. Anyway, I'm out. Oh, by the way, subscribe to my channel, please. If you like what you hear, subscribe to my channel, Wide Awoke with Wally Wonder. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you did. You know, I got way more things to talk about. Leave some comments. Love you all. I'm out.